You are now live. Turn the volume up. Quest. Is it gonna go?
Hi!
Hello!
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course, thank you for bringing the crash down with you.
Isn't this so sweet? I of course, like, this is just how it goes here. I'm like, hey guys, I'm going live, could I do it from like a balcony or something? They're like, no. We're gonna light up the whole crash down.
Yeah.
For you.
I love it. It's like an actual press interview right now on IG Live.
Welcome! Yeah, what do you want me to show you? Like, go
Take us around. Just pick up a ketchup bottle.
Yeah,
That's good enough. Yeah.
Men in black and salmon. Let's go.
Well, first off, I just want to say you're awesome. Thank you so much for portraying a Latin woman on a network television show. I love it.
Thank you.
And Liz Orteca is the best.
Thank you.
To jump into this season, like, how would you describe Liz during this season?
I mean, you know what's interesting? Jeanine, got asked so often in interviews in season 1 and 2, like, what do you desire for Liz? Mm-hmm. And I often desired, or I expressed that my biggest desire for her was wishing that her life was maybe a little less complicated so she could focus on what it is that her gifts to this world are, or this universe on our show. And we kind of got that at the end of season 2. She really went like, this is all too much. Mm-hmm. And it's not a real reciprocated relationship. So she went off to LA and she has been focusing on her work. And of course she's successful at that. But I think the thing with Liz Orteca is it's like, she is that, but that is just half of her. Like, she is in service to her community and she knows that. And now she's ready to come back and understand that, like, she wants the complication as much as it is hard on her life and it makes it less than, coasting and easy. She wants the complication. She wants the hard life. She can handle it. And it's hers. It's her destiny to do that and to look after her people like that. So, yeah.
So you mentioned her coming back, and we did see in the last episode, which, spoiler alert, if people are not caught up.
Yes.
There will be spoilers. In the last episode, she comes to the crash down, opens the door, sees Max. So will we see that confrontation tonight?
Yeah, girl. Oh, yeah. I loved this episode opener. It's probably my favorite. It's a direct cut from where we finished episode 2. Mm-hmm. So we're opening up episode 3 with that conversation continuing. And there was just this really beautiful callback our writers created of, the breathless sort of, your whole body feels like it's just been dunked in ice water of, like, Liz, Max, from our pilot episode. So it was so fun to get back to those initial, there's so much to say and nothing's coming out of my mouth feelings with Nathan and with his character. And but yeah, we go right into that conversation. And I my personal favorite thing about the show is those big Liz and Max scenes that sort of like progress us in our journey. And we have actually 2 this episode, in episode 3. We have that one off the top, and the episode ends with another really big one. Yeah.
Oh, that's a fun tease. Now I'm excited.
Yeah. Yes.
And in some ways, I mean, she lost Max in the end of season 1, physically, when he revived Rosa. And then at season 2, she lost him kind of in a different way, but still lost that connection. So how will that affect their relationship down the road, you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's the insane thing about love. It's that you get away with, or you get the gorgeous opportunity to feel that, to live in that space and get all of the gorgeous stuff that you get to feel in your life being supported by someone. But there's also the huge risk constantly of what will it be like if this person is suddenly removed from your life. And she's had that twice with him. The fun thing moving into season 4, which is we start shooting tomorrow.
Yeah.
is just that constant balance of Liz just trying to continue to open her heart and love, even though there is always the risk, especially in our crazy sci-fi world, that the people you love can just be ripped away at any moment. So, yeah. And there's also the other thing about them right now in season 3 is respect and like trusting each other. And tonight's episode's a really interesting episode for that, where Liz is just, she's starting to get caught up on all that's been happening in Roswell. And he's still trying to like be this like cowboy hero. I love how I just immediately got reconnected into her anger about it. He's still trying to look out for her, and she's like, let me handle this.
Yeah.
Like, let me help. Let me be the hero I am for this group and this community.
Let's be real, like, Liz saved him. It's not the other way around.
Stop underestimating me. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he is, and he's still dealing with all of his issues too, that Liz doesn't know that the Mr. Jones side of it. Yeah. So how will that play in now that you're back in Roswell?
Tonight's really the night. This was my favorite episode to build and to shoot, to like work with our writers and our showrunner, Chris Hollier, and because it's really the one where Liz gets it to be in the know again, you know, and she's getting information. She doesn't, get it all, but she gets enough that she gets to make the choice. Like, do I go back to LA and continue my work? I've definitely received enough information where I know I'm needed here. But yeah, and then, it's reunions with Kyle, which he saw in episode 1, but it's like a real proper, Kyle being like, Liz, stop with your BS. He loves to tell her how it is. Reunion with Maria. There's a lot of good reunions this episode. Yeah.
And will we find out this episode whether she stays in Roswell or decides to go back to LA?
Ooh, I can't tell you.
Okay.
But it's good. These next 2, episode 3 and 4, just like really set us up for the whole lot of complication that comes the rest of the season. So these are definitely ones to watch live if you're watching. These will be good. Yeah.
But on the other hand, if she decides to stay in Roswell, what does that mean for Heath?
Yes, I know. Which, are you liking him? I'm getting so many people are loving Steven Kruger on this show.
Okay, see, I loved him on the originals. So like, he was the best on the originals, and then like him and Danielle Campbell were one of my favorite pairings on that. So I already loved him, but like Max and Liz forever. Like,
I love you. Yeah.
I get it, but like this happened in the original series too. I'm like, new people come in, and I'm like, no, I can't.
Girl, I'm with you. I'm a purist too. Like, I'm a diehard off the top. I'm like, this is happening.
I get it. I'm like, Heath is great. Like, she needs this, but she needs this to realize that she belongs with Max.
I love that. You're going to get me in trouble. No, I mean, I think episode 4 is really fun. Liz and Heath have a bit of an adventure episode. And I think people will enjoy that. I think it really gave Steven an opportunity to just sort of do what he does, which is make us all fall in love with him. Which, as much as, we have our alliances, it is fun to like cook up heartstrings being pulled in one way or the other. And he does a damn good job in these next couple episodes, Mr. Kruger. And then, the other thing I'll say is he's around, and the way he comes into this story is really going to shock people. Like, his real true purpose within our season-long arc. Yeah. I think off the top, everybody's going like, oh, it's a romantic, possibility for Liz, but I think you got to keep your eye out for what's about to be revealed with Mr. Heath.
So there is more to that.
There's
his
more
purpose,
to him, which was great because he's just a good actor. So it's fun to go like, let's give him everything to do and all the colors to play. And yeah, we lucked out with him.
Oh, I want to like ask you like what's gonna happen, but I know you can't tell me anything.
I know, we got to talk like midway because then enough will be out that you're like, I see what they're doing here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And back to Liz and Max, I mean, will she be able to forgive him for what he did?
Yeah, I mean, tonight answers a lot of those questions as to like where Liz is at.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing I love about her and the beautiful thing about now getting to move in with her to a 4th season is, I mean, this is a woman who is in her, you know, late 20s at the beginning of the season. She's moved into being a 30-year-old woman now. Like, she has to grow, and holding herself accountable is something I really love portraying with her, because I just think it's powerful. I think it's powerful to have a woman of color, someone who's a scientist, who's so brilliant and capable, also knowing full well that she got there because she is a steam train. She's got that immigrant blood, because nothing slows her down. That there are moments where she needs to, hold herself accountable and needs to reassess and needs to understand that she might have unhealthy patterns that are pushing her and maybe not giving her a second to think about what's best for her, like what's ultimately best for her. And maybe it's not just steam train all the time, So
yeah,
tonight's one of those nights where she really makes herself vulnerable. And then Max Evans, I can't say anything, but I'm still angry about it. It's been a year since we shot it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Do you, as Jeanine, believe that Max and Liz are endgame?
I do. Hell yeah. And I know Nathan does too.
Okay.
Nathan just, is making us all just like swoon over him in his interviews. He's just like, it's Liz and Max. Like, there's no other thing in the world for me. And,
Yeah. I feel like too, I mean, coming from a fan of the original, you can't see them with anybody else. They are it.
Yeah.
And I know the original took place in teen years, and then this one did the jump, and it showed you guys like evolving as people as well, which made it like an extra layer of like reassurance that they belong together, in my opinion.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, I think I always grew up thinking like, the teen shows I was watching on the CW, like the Gossip Girls and stuff, I would die for those, ships. And now I'm like, I love that our show, it feels more romantic to be making a decision on a life partner from like such clarity on what you want, because you know yourself so well at this point. So that's beautiful to watch on any show. But what I love about it on our show is that all these characters have known each other since they were babies, since they were little, since they were like on the playground together. So for them to together make these like love connections, I think it's just a whole nother level of security and confidence in each other. And that's just like so sexy and romantic.
Yeah.
But our showrunner, Chris Hollier, he's been dubbed the romantic. So he really leaned into that this season. And we have some pairings that I think diehard fans have been like hoping for since the beginning, which are gonna start to materialize this season, which I think will be fun.
I know. There's so many ships too. Like,
yeah.
I can't.
Oh, I'm with you. It's like the best thing. It's like easy like butter watching this. I'm just like, love each other for the love of God.
I just want Michael to be happy too.
Yes.
Like, can we
He's
just
so
give
angry.
him the happiness that he deserves?
I know. Oh,
but now he's going through an extra layer of things. You guys just throw in like.
That was a crazy, I know, I hope everybody's caught up, but the reveal with Michael Guerin's character at the end of episode 2 was crazy. Yeah. And it's something that he's going to be, working through for the rest of the season. And gosh, I mean, Michael Blanis is just such a good actor that even that scene, you're just watching him. Oh, I don't want to spoil things for people who haven't seen it, but you're just watching him in that last scene of 302, and he just is totally with the repercussions of everything. And And that's the thing with sci-fi. It's like revelations just carry so much weight and responsibility, and identity is really at the root of so much. And then you're fighting yourself and your better nature. And Michael goes on a huge journey like of that this year. So I was really proud of him. He's always good, but man, he just stepped it up this year. I love me some Glamis.
I do.
He's my favorite. I'm going to get so much shit for this.
I just love it, though. I mean, each character has their own journey, especially in this season.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're not there, you're in LA and you're working on your research, and then Maria's handling her visions, and then also that friendship. How will that play out when you come back? Because Maria's putting herself in danger time and time again.
Totally. We're back in that tonight. Maria and Liz get to be reunited tonight in person. More like sweet callbacks to them and their relationship, and stuff in the first seasons that I think like diehard fans will love. And the great thing about these two women is like they understand there's like no time to waste. They really are they're so maternal, and they are the guardians of this group. And God, Miss Heather Hemmons is so that as well. So she's really the beginning of cluing Liz in tonight's episode. And that just felt so right for Heather and I. You were like, yeah, absolutely she would be. She'd be like, okay, here's what you missed. The list.
Yeah.
Love that in a girlfriend. Yeah. And she actually directed an episode this year too, Heather, which is awesome.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So it'll be good. Episode 7. Mm-hmm.
Oh, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And this season, I mean, every season ends on a sad note. Can we expect the same?
I had someone ask me that. I did some Q&As with the premiere. And I just love our fans. God bless them. They were like, is there any hope this isn't going to be a sad ending for Liz and Max this year? And I was like, I'm so sorry. If I wrote this show, it would be bliss. And that's why I'm not writing it. It's, I think there is so much to look forward to this year. I really think this is our best season yet. I don't think that's misplaced, that confidence in this season. I've seen just the way everyone's responding just to the first couple of episodes. And, I think we've really tapped into a place where like we feel as if our characters are maturing, and how do I want to put this? I don't know. I think we're just like maturing with each other. Like there's a real like synchronicity this year. I feel like everyone's going to love that. It feels like we're all connected, and you're getting to just spend a lot of time with us, and we're all holding each other accountable and just being like, yo, you pick up the slack. And there was just a real fun synergy on set. I think I'm saying that right. On set. So I hope people love it. There's a lot to look forward this year. Yeah.
Somebody asked, would you want to get powers like the original Liz did?
Okay. I'm a bit of a purist. I love that Liz is a human, and that her superpower is her brain, and that she is saving all these, aliens time and time again. But I will say our showrunner, Chris, has a couple times been like, Jeanine, but what if, she could play with a little this or that. He seems excited about it, and I trust him. So we'll see. We'll see if we can find something that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Would that change the dynamic though?
Exactly, which is why I'm nervous and I'm like precious about it, but I trust Chris. He'll figure something out that could be fun. And especially, I mean, that's the joy of getting to do a 4th season, and we're hoping we get to do a 5th even, so you get time to play with stuff like that, where then it does become fun to see like the characters you love and know in a new dynamic. So we'll see. I do get to dance this year, which that was fun. We found a reason for Liz to dance.
Oh, there's a nice tease.
Yeah. Yes. And I was excited to like lend, you know, to make decisions on how good of a dancer she is. And I ultimately landed on this thing of like, all of my girlfriends, my like Cuban, Boricua, Puerto Ricanas, like all of them, they are all like baseline good to great dancers. It's just in you, you know? And listen, are there outliers? Sure. Okay. But I just think, you know, you grow up in a culture, and I know all my Mexican friends are like this as well. You grow up in a culture of like when you are gathering, you are dancing, you know, it's Noche Buena, you're dancing. It's someone's birthday, you're dancing, you know? Yeah. So it's just, it felt right that she would have, you know, that she would know how to dance. I was like, guys, let me dance.
Yeah, was that your pitch? You were just...
You know, I actually never pitched it. It was one of our, Annalie is a new writer of ours who joined us for season 3. She's incredible. And she's back for season 4 this year. And it was her idea. She came in just being like, we gotta find a reason to make Jeanine dance as Liz. And so she was just a real homegirl, and I love her for it. And it was so fun. And our director, April, who shot that episode, she's amazing. And she was so excited too to get to like play. Our camera department was like, let's do this. It just felt like a music video out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Where we were just doing interesting stuff with the camera to like cover movement. And we brought a choreographer on, and it was really fun. It was so fun.
I love those fun moments though, to balance the, like we said, sad moments, but then you have the pockets of like where their friendship, you could see it through the screen.
You need the levity. I agree. You need it, you know? And it's fun to change it up for us, you know, like we all love just like delivering 100 for you guys. And, you know, it's been so fun to see people talking about season 3, just like having a different look and the light and the mood of it, just being a little upped this year. And that's something that we intentionally do. We go like, let's pump up the wardrobe this year. Like Liz has a little bit of LA in her. Like maybe she's feeling chicer. Isabel, Lily Coles takes Isabel on a journey episode to episode. Like her clothes is saying so much, you know? And so it's also, we're just nerds for this. And we want to find excuses and reasons to like up the ante and do something new. And something like that was a fun opportunity to be like, oh shit, okay, let's do a little baby music video for a scene. Yeah.
That's so much fun. I'm looking at the questions.
There's so many coming in. I love you guys.
People said, can you tease a little bit about the cosmic lovers aspect of your guys' relationship?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I could definitely tell you to be on the lookout for any language this year about orbiting. And just for Liz and Max, it's a really big theme throughout the season. And we just had so much fun talking about the way their relationship was paralleled by the cosmos and how some stuff is just meant to be circling itself or each other, you know. And it goes through till the end of the season, and it's just so beautiful. The last few monologues, I feel like I'm just saying too much already. Whatever. It just comes through, and it's really beautiful. And I'm a nerd for that stuff, and I know you guys love finding like bits that feel integral to these love stories, to like Malix and to Echo, and orbiting is a big one this year for Liz and Max. So I think you guys will love that. Kyle has been the best so far this season. I agree. I told Trevino this yesterday. I was like, you had a glow up season 3. Something's happening. He's killing it. He's killing it.
Someone asked, how will Liz feel about Max dying and not telling her about it?
Okay, not good. Not happy. Do you want to pop in and say hi? This is our showrunner, Chris Hollier, by the way.
Hello.
This is Entertainment Weekly, and all the fans are out there.
Wow. Hello. Hello, Entertainment Weekly, and all the fans out there. What's going on?
We're doing a live on the Roswell account after this and answering a bunch of questions.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all of the secrets.
She's trying to get all the secrets.
Yeah.
I love that.
I've almost messed up.
We'll give them to you.
just want to know everything.
Which
that
ones do you
happens.
want? Should we do it alphabetically or by episode? What do you want?
We're not.
Yeah,
going
I need you to take me through.
Here,
episode
you
by
answer some
episode.
while you're here. Chris, look, everyone say Chris.
Oh, look at that. Am I Chris or am I Chris's clone?
Hollier. Oh, we got so much. Lord and Savior.
Oh boy, I don't know.
I
don't
love it.
know. Stay with us. We'll see how you feel in a couple episodes.
Oh my God, everyone's so excited to see you.
That's nice.
I
dig
saw
it.
some that were saying, do we have any more pop-ins this year? OG pop-ins.
We do, but you're gonna have to hold tight.
You're gonna have to
So
hold tight.
that I can't give away
No.
who, but stick with it.
Yeah. Hello from Arkansas.
Oh, I love Arkansas.
And a bunch of hearts. Teases, please. What do you want to tease? Tonight's episode 3.
Tonight is episode 3. I'm trying to think what we could tease. Tonight there's a cool Malix moment.
There is a cool.
There's a cool Malix moment. There's a great scene with you and Max.
I was just telling them about how we have like a direct
Yes.
cut from the end of 2 because they
Yes.
were like, "Are we going to see more of them having their minds blown?" I'm like,
Sure.
"Yeah."
Right. We don't just skip and all of a sudden you're back in LA. We just skip over that moment. No, we lean in hard. It's one of my favorite scenes. Like
I love it.
a good meaty scene between you guys.
That's exactly what I told them, and then another one later in the episode at the end.
Yeah. So for those that have been craving some Max and Liz, they're gonna get some Max and Liz.
Oh yeah.
I think 3 is a big emotional episode.
Yeah.
Like platforming some of where our characters at, those core relationships are, right?
Yeah.
And then 4 is a little more plotty.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was telling them. Like 3, 4 sort of they're ones to watch live because they set us up for so much to come.
They do, yeah.
Yeah. And they were directed by April, which we love.
Yes.
She's wonderful.
She's also the wife of our
Steve.
Steve.
Set this all up
did
for
all the lighting.
So it's a whole ass family affair here.
Exactly.
We got the whole thing.
Right.
So fun.
That's awesome.
So you're on
And
a one. You're on a pre-one.
Any new ships that we can be looking forward to?
What'd she say?
Any new romantic things this season?
Any new romantic
Because I
ones?
feel like
Well,
we've been
started
teasing it a
one.
little bit.
We started one in 401.
here's popping
Right, we started one in 401, right?
Yes.
With Maria.
With Maria and Gregory.
Yeah, so we trucked that through.
Yes. Yeah. And there's
Um,
more. There are characters we've met already in season 3 that are gonna
Yes.
find themselves into romantic pairings
Sure.
pretty soon.
Sure. That is true.
He's gonna be like, stop talking to
No.
me.
I remember because
Yeah, just
4
keep
is
it
in my
going.
head.
Keep
From
going.
now on, CWPR is gonna be like, you can't do interviews with
No, I know.
Chris.
That's right.
You can't be trusted.
That's right.
This is more lives of any other cast members? Oh my God, I'm sure Entertainment Weekly would love to do that. Are you kidding?
Come on.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love Roswell.
Son?
I think this is one of the most underrated shows ever.
Yes!
I
The
agree.
best.
Tell your
I think-
friends, tell your loved ones.
I know. I sat my sister down and I was like, it's on Netflix. Like, you need to watch it.
Binge us. Binge
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any more questions? What do you think?
Somebody asked, is Liz dancing with anyone when she does her dance?
Because I was teasing the dance,
Oh,
but I didn't
yeah.
say who I was dancing with. Do we want to say or do we wait?
I think we have to wait. The question is, do the fans think that she's dancing in Roswell or is she dancing in LA?
Yes.
So that might be a hint.
Ooh.
That's a
Right.
good.
Or is she
That's
dancing in Reno? We're just going to introduce other cities.
We did do that Texas episode. In
That's
season
right.
1.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So we're going Las Vegas, Nevada. next.
Nevada. That's right. Exactly.
What she said. Love Roswell. Yes, thank you guys.
Oh, somebody
am I
said, is it
dancing with
Jones?
Jones?
Oh,
Am I
because
dancing
you don't
with
know
Jones?
that Jones is his clone.
Wow. Wow.
So-
I will say, though, that this is number 4 is not the only dancing you've seen you have
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah. We have more. There's more to come.
Yeah. It's all built around you dancing, really.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
looked at the big board for season 3.
I told them, I'm like, Annalie came in, and
Right.
Annalie was like, so we're going to get her dancing.
That's right. We literally built a whole set for these scenes.
Yeah. It
Uh,
was.
Yeah, because of
gorgeous.
COVID, they were like, you can't actually go to one, what we wanted
Yeah.
to do. So we built one.
It was such a gorgeous set, and we kept saying we wanted to have our wrap party in it, but then there wasn't a wrap party because of COVID.
Right, exactly. There's no wrap party.
So,
Can't win
you
'em
know,
all.
we'll put it back up at some point, and we'll
Yeah.
do a party in there. Hi, Peru. Ooh,
Wow.
this is amazing. Is it on Netflix internationally? You know what? I'm not sure. I'll find out though, and I'll post that on my story at some point because I know you guys are always asking. Hi, South Africa. Oh, I love South Africa.
Oh, we're live.
Somebody asked, what's your favorite part of filming with Nathan when you're doing the Max and Liz scenes?
That we're just like matches in how much we care.
Yeah.
We all are, and Chris and Lance Anderson. The
Yeah.
four of us just like love, and obviously our writers and stuff, but on the day, the four of us just like really love trying to make it good and honest and true to what a real relationship looks like, and a relationship that's striving to be healthy but often falters. And that feels like such a gift to get to give our audiences, because it's like us truly going, these are ways I've messed up in my own relationships, and I wish I would have had this sort of example of how to navigate it on the stuff I was watching.
Exactly. I would also argue too, there's trust and friendships off camera.
Oh, yeah.
So we get to kind of play and find it together, right? And then there's whatever the material is, there's like great surprises that Nathan and Jeanine bring to it.
Yeah.
It's fun to shoot that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Sometimes taxing though. Sometimes like if you go to those places, you're like, oh man, this is this is something.
That last scene of theirs tonight at the end of episode 3.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
It was a tough one, yeah.
And it just was like, we were trying to find I remember I was trying to find the blocking of like, no, you will talk to me, you know, and them trying to evade each other. And we like to make all that's going on in here physical. Yeah. Because we can handle it. Like, we can handle it. But it's tough.
Which is a testament to them, because I will say in this scene, without giving away too much about it, Max's car broke. And so we had to have a bunch of grips actually push the car out of the scene. So on one level, it was like, you just have to be super emotional and super, just please stay in it, cry, do all these things. And it's like, hang on, we have to also push this car.
And then there's like 4 grown men pushing Nathan away in a car. And I'm like,
exactly.
Hold the shot, hold the shot.
Yeah, right.
And having an emotional moment.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a nice break, like a fun, to draw you back into, we're hanging out here.
Exactly. I think that people are going to love this scene. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. It full stop, like fully edited and everything. So
yeah.
When you're in those scenes though, and you come out of them, are you emotional after? I mean, because you have such a strong connection with this character.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, I feel, you can jump in too, but I feel bad. No. There's sometimes where, like you'll end a scene, you'll cut and they're crying, and then we have to go in and have a discussion.
Right.
And so I know, not in that scene, but other scenes with you guys or other characters, like sometimes the actor just wants to give the director a hug or something for them, because it's like they're in it, like it's a real argument.
That was hard about last year, because obviously we couldn't be as affectionate as we're accustomed to being on this set. And yeah, April is such a wonderful director. And I remember her saying that to me day one on her, blog, being like, I'm so accustomed to holding your shoulder, to like giving you information and giving it to you in a whisper, so that you have a secret that could play out on the scene that maybe the whole crew isn't, in on. And that was harder to do from 6 feet. But that was the lovely thing about getting to do this with us, where we all know each other, and Nathan and I know each other so well that it was like, we just have like a little shorthand. It's like the best thing about getting to do this, especially in a 3rd season.
There's some of that fun stuff of matching up. I think this one already aired, but there's in 401, I think there's Michael leaves the cave and hits shoulder when he leaves. And so when we yelled cut, I pulled Vlamis aside and I said, when you go by him, just run into his shoulder. And so Nathan didn't know that was going to happen. So his reaction that you see on screen is a real one of like, why the hell are you hitting me?
They have a brothers dynamic offset as well.
Yeah. So we're just like, let's mess with them and see what happens.
That's the best.
Do you see their friendships and dynamics come through camera that they have off screen, like anybody in the show?
I think so. Like, I mean, obviously it is pretend, so they can yell cut and then they can laugh and joke around, but like they like that when they, I think, when they get to go at each other. Yeah, exactly.
I straight up asked him, like, I was like, can I get more stuff with Michael Vlamis? Because I just want to like nag at him all day. And then we got to write a bunch of fun, like Mikey and Liz things. Yeah. So we kind of, we leaned in.
I was upstairs writing some Liz, Mikey scenes for season 4.
Yay!
Yeah.
What is that like, writing and filming season 4 while season 3 is airing?
It's confusing because you ask a question like, what's that great Liz and Max scene? I'm like, there's so many in my head right now.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
I
I don't
almost
know.
spilled the beans on some later
Sure,
in the season.
sure, right. I'm gonna give you a spoiler for like episode 405,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah.
at 303.
Exactly. I literally, right before we got on, I had to go back to my script for 303 and like remind myself, like, rewind, Jeanine,
Sure.
rewind.
Right. Like, yeah, where does it end? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In a perfect world, what is Max and Liz's story, like, ending?
Ooh.
Maybe
Well,
Chris
that-
can't answer that because, like,
I'm gonna let him answer because
You're
I'm
gonna be
sweating from how
writing
many
it.
times I tried to dance around that.
That's like season 8 stuff. If you're listening, CW, like we can't go there quite yet. But I will say it's interesting. What we have started as a theme, like in 3, is Kyle says, "Have you not been to the ocean yet?"
Mm. Oh,
Right,
yes. Oh,
and
yes.
it's an idea that we do play with all throughout season 3 because that was such a big part of your relationship when you were younger.
Oh yeah,
Road trip.
absolutely. We talked about the orbiting, but yeah, the ocean thing is something else that Die Hard.
yeah, you guys haven't been on your road trip yet.
Thank you.
I know.
She's a real fan.
I was. That's right. You should hold tight if you're a fan of road trips. And then you're right. That opening scene, we do get into another like sort of motif for the season between you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for the fans to react to that opening scene.
That'll be good. We have to run because we have another live on the Roswell account. I'm so sad because this was perfect timing, and now I mean, thank you for
No,
coming.
thank you so much for popping in and giving me all these secrets. Now I'm very excited for the season and season 4, even though it's
Cool.
You're
a little
gonna
bit of a
love it.
ways.
Yeah, and then let's pop in. Even if it's you got to pop in with some of the cast like midway because it's about to get really like foundation oriented,
Yeah.
and then you'll see where we're going with all the complication. You'll like it.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys. Enjoy the episode
Bye.
tonight.
Oh,
Thanks
yeah.
for watching.
Everybody watch
Bye.
tonight.
Tonight, 8/7 Central.
Roswell, New Mexico on the CW.
Bye, guys.